Hey everybody, it's Deep Toonster. We're back with Ocarina of Time. Why did I ask that like a question? Of course it's Ocarina of Time. You can see the freaking game on the screen. Anyway, a quick recap for those, I don't know, who just weren't really getting much of the story. I know I've been kind of going through, the cutscenes and stuff pretty fast, so I don't know how much plot the newbies are getting, but basically Link's a special little boy with a special power, I guess. I don't know. He's just the chosen one, and he's been chosen by the Great Deku Tree, who's kind of like the guardian spirit of the forest that he's lived in his whole life, to come and take care of a curse that was put on him by a guy named, did he even name him? He didn't name him yet, so I won't spoil it, but you probably already know if you've played any Zelda game in your entire life. Anyway, now that we've gotten the curse taken care of and he's died, we've got to go meet the Princess of Destiny, but not before saying goodbye to our friend Saria here. Oh, you're leaving. I knew that you would leave the forest someday, Link. Because you are different from me and my friends. You're a boy. That's different. That's the only thing that's different. But that's okay, because we'll be friends forever, won't we? I want you to have this ocarina. Please take good care of it. I just love the way he looks at it. I don't know if he looks at any other item that intently or focused in the game than that one. You received the fairy ocarina. That's the, oh, by the way, I know I say ocarina. I know people are going to give me shit because I know it's ocarina. It's supposed to be like a hard O, but I've always said ocarina, and it's just one of those things where you know it's wrong, but you choose to say it wrong anyway. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else is like that with some words, but that's how I am with ocarina. So that's just how I'll be saying it from now on. When you play my ocarina, I hope you will think of me and come back to the forest to visit. That's... I was thinking about... Because a little bit later in the game, we do actually come back to this area. And I was thinking, I was taking a shower this morning, I was thinking, they never really tell you to come back and see, I mean, they do tell you to come back and see Saria, because it's one of the big things that Navi tells you. But if you just didn't listen to Navi at all, you would have no inkling at all to just come back to this area almost immediately after you left it originally. So, but I guess that part there where Saria was saying, I hope you'll come back and visit me. Maybe that was also their way of kind of edging you toward it, but, I mean... That's just something people say when leaving. That's not something you would think to be a hint, That's just kind of a normal goodbye sort of deal. But anyway, we're out here in a vast field. With I love this little entranceway going to the forest. I always have. But we won't be taking too many steps before. There he is. The only other character people almost hate as much as Navi, or some do hate him more than Navi. It appears the time has finally come for you to start your adventure. You will encounter many hardships ahead. That is your fate. Don't feel discouraged even during the toughest times. Go straight this way and you will see Hyrule Castle. You will meet a princess there. Isn't that great? If you are lost and don't know which way to go, look at the map. The areas you have explored will be shown on the map. Press start to enter the blah 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 blah. Whoa! Okay, that's the reason why people hate this guy. It's because whenever he repeats all his stuff, no is the first option. And whoever made that conscious decision to have no as the first choice there just wasted cumulative hours of people's lives across the world with that decision. And I hope he's happy. He probably is. He probably doesn't give a crap. But anyway, he was basically just telling us to go straight ahead to get to Hyrule Castle. That is our next destination, to meet our Princess of Destiny, as the Deku Tree put it. Am I seeing that? There's like a weird little graphical glitch going on. I don't know if that was just the angle changing or me, I don't know, imagining things. And then you can see the skies getting a little darker here because this is a game with a day and night system. And back then when I originally played this game, the day and night system kind of blew me away because it was still kind of a novel thing for games to do something like that. So I remember watching my uncle play, and he'd be like outside of, Lon Lon Ranch or in Lon Lon Ranch with it nighttime, and you can hear just these sound effects, like the crows and all these other birds. This nighttime ambiance is just amazing. Now, the thing about nighttime in Hyrule Field is If I were to go out here and step on the grass a little bit, yeah, you get like little skull enemies that'll come out and try to put an end to your fun, but not too hard to take care of. I might just kind of grind these for a little bit just to get a little bit of money going. Get a little bit of funds. I don't really know if there's much I can do with rupees right now. There is a new shield that I can buy here shortly that might be worth saving up for, so I'll just go ahead and save up for that. In the meantime, but yeah, like I was saying, I originally, you know, saw this game from my uncle and then rented it, and this was one of those games that I rented multiple times, because back then, for me, buying a new game was a big event. That was like birthday, Christmas sort of material, you know? It was very rare for me to have a non-special occasion day where my dad would just go out and buy a game for me. I mean, sometimes he would. There were definitely certain games where I would ask him to buy it for me, and I'd get it, but it was kind of rare, because we like to rent games a lot. So, yeah, my first few experiences with this game were from renting it. And there was a point I got to during that time where I got stuck, and I just didn't advance any further than that until about a few years later when I was able to actually play a copy that one of my friends owned. But that'll be a story for another time. We finally got in the castle. You can't get in here at night. You saw the gates drawing up at when night came, so I had to wait it out a little bit there. I do want to go into this building right here, though. Not only to break some pots, but there's a sculpture in here, too. Ooh, wow. Actually did get you can get quite a bit of money from this. Holy crap. I think you gotta have 80 rupees for the Hylian shield, which is what I want to get next. There it is, there's our sculpture. Oh, don't walk into it. There it is. So I think that's 4 so far, and then we'll get another one here shortly. But yeah, like I said, I am using a guide in order to figure out how to get all these sculptures, and I'm going to probably use a guide for all the heart pieces too, because that's another big aspect of 100%ing this game, is getting all of those heart pieces. So let's go into the main center of town here. It's a pretty bustling place, that's for sure. I've always wondered what these people here are doing. Like, are they trying to, like, haggle for something? Like, what are they all doing? Is it an auction, maybe? I don't know. Never knew what that was supposed to be. Got a bunch of interesting characters here. A guy walking into the alley there. And speaking of the alley, this is an area a lot of people don't actually go to when they play this game. And there's even a cutscene you can miss in a very specific point in the game a little bit later, but we'll get to that when it comes. Hey, Sonny, I'll tell you something helpful. I don't like this. I don't like this vibe. I heard there is a mysterious fountain somewhere near the castle. Mysterious? Oh, he's talking about that. He's talking about a fairy fountain. What about these buildings? I don't think you can go in these. Strange, this door doesn't open. Yeah, I think it's the same with this one. Or not. Gee, that's a big-ass door. Was it me, or was that door, like, massive? I mean, I get that Link's supposed to be a kid, but it was, like, over twice his size. There's nobody in here. I don't know. I've rarely been in this building. I think later... Wait, no, that's somewhere else. I don't know what that building is for, actually. Maybe I'll look it up later. Oh, and speaking of things I looked up, oh, there's another part of this alley. Jeez, even I'm kind of new to this, and I've played this game for, I don't know, most of my life, that's for sure. Seems strange that packs of dogs roam our streets at night. Doesn't that seem weird to you? I mean, not really. They're stray dogs. I guess packs of them would be weird. It's the packs part that makes... There's enough... Jeez, man. This place is way more elaborate than I thought. Hey, what? What's wrong with loitering around all day? Huh, kid? Huh? You want to fight about it? Alright, man. Just you do you. Another door that doesn't open. But I was saying that I looked up, when I was in the Deku Tree, I saw that block that had the crescent on it, and I thought that this might be one of the earlier versions, but it turns out they didn't make that change to the blocks until the GameCube releases of this game. So that's why I got confused there. So this is actually probably still a 1.2 without the chanting. If we take a look here, there's this little girl here in the foreground. Turns out she's actually more important than you think. Hey, your clothes, they're different. You're not from around here, are you? Okay, then. Oh, you're a fairy boy from the forest. My name is Malon. Malone. I don't know how you say your name. Malone, I think. Maron. I guess that would be how you'd say it in Japanese, maybe? Or maybe it's just Malon. I like to say Malon. Anyway, her dad owns land on the ranch. Dad went to the castle to deliver some milk, and he hasn't come back yet. Well, I guess it's up to me. I guess that's your way of saying, go find my dad, you know? They don't want to say it directly. They just gotta drop hints. That's how this game is. It's kind of better that way anyway, you know? So, enough loitering around here in town. Oh, there he is. Did you see him? It's like spotting Blue's Clues. Did you see the owl? There he is. Hey, Link, this way. Look what I can do with my head. Pretty nifty, huh? The princess is inside the castle just ahead. Be careful not to get caught by the guards. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoot. Oh, you Tigger now? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. On this ground, time flows normally. But time stands still while you're in Lon Lon Ranch or in a town. If you want time to pass normally, you'll need to leave town. Need to get out of town. Well, which way are you going to go now? Hoo-hoo-hoot. Do you want to hear what I said again? Say yes! No, I don't. Whew, you're a smart kid. Good luck then. Hoo-hoo. I think there's a few more times in the near future where you see him, and then he completely disappears until later in the game, and I'm not going to spoil it, because it's actually one of my favorite moments in the game, oddly enough. But there is a Skulltula sitting here in this tree. You just got to give it a nice bonk with your head. God, I hate how you propel forward slightly with your sword, and it's enough to get you into their hitbox, and they do a full heart of damage. That's crazy. But I believe that is our 5th gold Skulltula. It's going to take 10 for us to actually get anything worthwhile from it. Let me just check my timer here. All right, we're doing pretty good, 11, 12 minutes. So it turns out we'll try to see if we can sneak our way, or not sneak, but directly ask to go in here. So you say you want to see Princess Zelda, eh? Hey Tom, this kid says you want to see the princess. You probably heard about her in town and decided you had to meet her. Well, go home, get out of here. Princess would never grant an audience to the likes of you. Stupid, stupid child. So I guess that's not gonna work, you know. But you may have noticed, conveniently, there's some vines right there, and we're gonna make perfect use of them. But there's a problem. We can't do it quite yet. Actually, yeah, I don't think time can pass in that area, so... Wait, yes it can. It can, right? Time does pass in that area. So what I gotta do is I gotta go out here, come back. There she is, okay. So you have to actually get Malon to come to this area right here. I guess just by leaving the area initially and then coming back in. It's the quickest way. Are you going to the castle, fairy boy? Would you mind finding my dad? In red letters? He must have fallen asleep somewhere around the castle. What a thing for an adult to do. Falling asleep. Adults can only get 3 hours of sleep, maximum. That's a law. Oh yeah, if you'll look for him, I'll give this to you. I've been incubating this egg very carefully. I don't like that. I did not like that line. You got a weird egg. Feels like there's something moving inside. Possibly a chicken. That's exactly what's inside. And we need to make use of it, oddly enough. But that will come later. For now, we gotta play a little game of Metal Gear Zelda. That's what people call it, by the way. Oh yeah, this is the first... I think this might be the first of these that we've seen. What are these called again? I actually forgot. This statue's one-eyed gaze pierces into your mind. I forget what they're called. Something stones? Gossip stones, I think? Boing boing, the current time. Oh, he tells you the current time of day. I forget how fast the clock on this actually runs. Maybe we can get a gauge of that. Okay, so it's 14:55 there. If we hit it again about 5 seconds later. Okay. So I think each second, maybe, is 1 minute, or maybe it might be a fraction of a second is 1 minute in this world. I don't know. Not really too important anyway. The only thing that matters is whether it's day or night. Mostly. There are some areas where the actual time of day does matter, like with shops, but those aren't too common. I think there's a place here where I can actually sneak behind this guard. I think I can actually kind of sneak up here and go behind him. Haha! Yes, we did it. And then you just make a cut here across the courtyard. And there will be some stone things on this wall here. Don't want to go too far to the right there, or that guard will get me. I'm putting my voice down really low, like I'm actually in the game. That's how immersed I am right now. I'm trying to be quiet. You can hear some singing off in the distance. It's actually Malin singing right now. Not sure if you knew that or not. You probably did. Probably one of those people who know everything about this game. You know way more about this game than I do, and you're watching this Let's Play because you just want to see somebody experience it the same way you do. I get that. Anyway, when I talk low like that, I get creepy, or I think I sound creepy, so I just try to keep it to a normal room volume voice here. So, we've about made it to our destination. And around the corner here, lo and behold, it's Malin's snoring dad. Not much we can do about waking him up, though, until the morning. So I think for the time being, I'm going to maneuver these boxes around. There we go. But yeah, I was talking earlier about how I was able to play this again a few years after I started renting it. It was like the fall of 2001 when I actually was able to play this game without, having to turn it back into a rental store, because my friend whose mom and dad babysat me actually had a kid who had this game, and I was able to play his copy when he was off at his dad's house. I guess it was his mom and his stepdad whose house I was at. But anyway, that's how I got to play this game again. You might have saw there, this egg we had a chicken inside of it, indeed, and it just hatched. And what do you know? That chicken is loud enough. I mean, it's not hard to be loud enough to wake somebody up. I mean, chickens are freaking loud. I've woken up to roosters and chickens before, so I know how loud they can be. What in tarnation? Can't a person get a little shut-eye around here? You bitch, you woke me up. Wouldn't he be angry? He kind of gets over being angry pretty quickly. Hello, and who might you be? Yep, I'm Talon, the owner of Lon Lon Ranch. I went to the castle to deliver some milk, but I sat down here to rest, and I guess I fell asleep. What? Malin was looking for me? I'm gonna catch her from her now. I messed up bad leaving Malin behind to wait for me. She's really gonna let me have it. Damn, look at him book it. Whew. Freaking picking up tons of dust there, man. You always gotta wonder what those guards thought of that, just seeing him running for his life. You wouldn't think they would, come back and check to see what the hell he was running from, And then they would come and catch me. That's how it would go down in the real world, but again, we're dealing with video game logic here, so we're safe from all that. So we just gotta get our crates back here in position. And that will conveniently give us a nice platform for getting over to that little cranny there. If you can even call it that. Must be hard trying to sneak under there with all that water running through it, though. I guess it's not that strong of a stream, though. Check our time here. Still only at 18 minutes. We got time to do this part if I can... Oh, good. I thought I was going to fall there. Alright, and our sneaking isn't over yet. I do love this music in this courtyard. It's like a meandering song. It's like the song they would play for a court jester or something. That's how you know you're trolling these guys. Okay, let's see if I can remember the paths here. Because he's going to come down. There will be a point where I'll basically have a clearing to go straight through here, though, I'm pretty sure. I think it's as he's going up and he's going to the right here. Yes, let's do it. Easy as pie. Now this part, I always have the urge to go up on the top there, but I think he can see you through that or something. You still gotta be aware of where he's looking. Because I think, yeah, there's only one guard here, so this one's pretty easy to get by. Get behind the wall. Don't go, don't go. Okay, I was about to go there, but I need to wait for them to circle back around. Basically to get back into that position they were in at the very start. Because I can't do it when either of them are down here at the bottom. So how is your day going, guys? It is April 18th, 2026. I'm very I picked a bad time to try to start recording these videos. I mean, I'm still going to do it, but I'm kind of starting to feel the effects of my seasonal allergies. Like, I've been waking up the past few days, eyes just kind of itchy, nose kind of stuffy. Like, there you go, man. It's kind of, at least my hay fever isn't nearly, I think I might have missed an opportunity to go again because I wasn't paying attention. It's all right. But yeah, my hay fever isn't as bad as it used to be. When I used to live up in Michigan, when I was like a teenager and in my early 20s, it got really bad for some reason, and I guess just it's not, the pollen isn't as bad down in Ohio. I don't know. Okay, cool. I can actually go piggyback behind this guy as long as I keep it quiet here. And on to the next area. All right, this should be our last task here. I think there's only one guard, so shouldn't be too bad. There's no way he should be able to see me standing here, right? Okay, good. So I'll wait for him to turn this next corner up here again. Oh, there is another guard. Gotta be careful. Get up there, Link. Piggyback. Okay, good. Sorry, sometimes me singing along to the music is a good way for me to sync the video up, or sync the audio to the video when I'm editing these, so kind of like to get that in when I can. And here we are, we made it to the castle courtyard, and who's that standing there in the distance? We'll figure that out soon enough, but we got to get our priorities straight. It's not this window, it's the one behind me. You can see some paintings back here with some familiar characters. Got Mario, Yoshi, saw the princess, I think Bowser. Yeah, Bowser's in there too. So there's a nice little Easter egg they dropped. I don't know if, yeah, I think that's it. The first, well, actually, we had one earlier too, because Malin's dad, Talon, kind of looked like Mario, and there's another character that he's associated with that looks a bit like Luigi, so that's another Mario reference they threw in. I guess they're giving it to you all at once. But anyway, we'll just sneakily walk up here behind the princess. Of course, it's the princess, you know that already. And we're gonna say, "What's up?" She seems very calm for somebody just sneaking up on her like that. Who are you? How did you get past the guards? Oh, what's that? You're going to assassinate me? That seems about what this is looking like. Is that a fairy? Then are you from the forest? Then you wouldn't happen to have the spiritual stone of the forest, would you? That green and shining stone? That green and shining stone. Why does that sound weird to me? Yes, I do have it. Oh, you giggly girl, you. That giggle is so funny. They use it so many times in this game. I had a dream. In the dream, dark storm clouds were billowing over the land of Hyrule. But suddenly, a ray of light shot out of the forest, parted the clouds, and lit up the ground. The light turned into a figure holding a green and shining stone, followed by a fairy. That seems very specific. I guess this must be fate. I know this is a prophecy that someone would come from the forest, but that was a lot of details that are just happening to line up the day after. Yes, I thought you might be the one. Oh, I'm sorry. I got carried away with my story and didn't even properly introduce myself. I am Zelda, Princess of Hyrule. What is your name? Just doesn't say it. Link. Strange, it sounds somehow familiar. Okay then, Link. I'm going to tell you the secret of the Sacred Realm that has been passed down by the royal family of Hyrule. Pretty loose lips there with the royal secrets, eh, Princess? I mean, I guess it is a pretty big coincidence that the guy that exactly looks like somebody from your dream just shows up the next day, or I guess shortly after. Legend goes like this. Zoom out, extreme zoom out. I love that. I don't know why, I just love the camera movements in this game with the cutscenes. The three goddesses hid the Triforce containing the power of the gods somewhere in Hyrule. The power to grant the wish of the one who holds the Triforce in his hands. If someone with a righteous heart makes a wish, it will lead Hyrule to a golden age of prosperity. If someone with an evil mind has his wish granted, the world will be consumed by evil. That is what has been told. Seems to make logical sense. So the ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the Triforce from evil ones. There's really nothing keeping evil people out of it. It's just a building, but they'll be scared with all the white lights coming in. That's right. The Temple of Time is the entrance through which you can enter the sacred realm from our world. But the entrance is sealed with a stone wall called the Door of Time. Not very creative with the names, but that's what it is. And in order to open the door, it is said that you need to collect 3 spiritual stones. And another thing you need is a treasure that the royal family keeps along with this legend. The Ocarina of Time. That's right, I said Ocarina. That's how true Hylians say it. Did you understand well the story I just told you? I guess so. 3 stones, and then 5 temples. Wait, we haven't gotten to that part yet. I was spying through this window just now. The other element from my dream, the dark clouds, I believe they symbolize that man in there. Will you look through the window at him? I guess. I guess I'll be a little peeping Tom like you. I love how he just shows up in the window at the perfect moment when I'm looking through. Can you see the man with the evil eyes? That is Ganondorf, the leader of the Gerudos. They hail from the desert far to the west. Though he swears allegiance to my father, I am sure he is not sincere. I just know it. The dark clouds that covered Hyrule in my dream. They must symbolize that man.
You're looking at me.
What happened? Did he see you? Don't worry. He doesn't have any idea what we're planning yet. The thing is, I think he does. Like, just the way he conducts himself. It's like, he knows what we're trying to do, because he's like... Doesn't he say, like, I had a hunch that you were planning something later? I don't know. That's again, I'm spoiling stuff for later. I told my father about my dream. However, he didn't believe it was a prophecy. But I can sense that man's evil intentions. What Ganondorf is after must be nothing less than the Triforce of the Sacred Realm. I like this pose. She's got her hands behind her back, just thinking like that, looking worried. It's a lot of, I don't know, like I said, they put a lot of thought into like how the characters express themselves with the limited technology they had. He must have come to Hyrule to obtain it. And he wants to conquer Hyrule. No, the entire world. What more to the world is there than Hyrule? I guess, like, no, Termina's not really a part of Hyrule though, right? That's like some alter reality world, isn't it? So like, what else is there besides Hyrule? They never show anything else but that. Link, now, we are the only ones who can protect Hyrule. Please! I mean, honestly, this is the... No. There's no way we would come here and not believe stories like that, after what we went through with the Great Deku Tree. I'm afraid I have a feeling that man is going to destroy Hyrule. He has such terrifying power. But it's fortunate that you have come. We must not let Ganondorf get the Triforce. Never! I will protect the Ocarina of Time with all my power. He shall not have it. You go find the other 2 spiritual stones. Let's get the Triforce before Ganondorf does, and then defeat him. Beat him up! Pow pow! One more thing, take this letter. I'm sure it will be helpful to you. You just got a letter. Zelda's freaking letter. Wow, this oh yeah. I like this part. On the select item subscreen, you can set it to left, right, down, blah, blah, blah. This we all know. Nice. Oh, this isn't what I was thinking of, actually. Never mind. Oh, okay. Before we get too far into this, I think we're up on time here, so we are going to continue this on next time. So I'll just leave you with this nice view of the Mario Easter eggs in the distance. And Link's going to do a little stretch. Another thing from this game I like, just the little idle animations. Anyway, see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.